A piece. Um, Before I get started, I want to say say this. I want to give thanks to all the ancestral spirits. I want to give thanks to the ancestors, the Great Mother, all of the ancestral spirits, and I want to also pay homage to all the ancestors that was here physically that had sacrificed themselves for where we at today. I want to thank all of the diviners in the world. I want to thank all of the Islamic Hebrews, who we call Moors today. I want to thank and give love to the Aboriginal, or may I say the indigenous people. And I want to say thanks to everybody for watching. Ashe. Hmm. What can we do to fight against hate towards us? I honestly think that we need to build a network. We need to build a network of people. What kind of people? From all walks of life, from entrepreneurs to spiritualists to real estate agents, all the above, to come to the forefront of what we need to build for our people. It's time for us to separate, not segregate, but separate. We need to form a nation, our own nation of people. We need to come together finally to do what we came here to do. We cannot no longer deal with the hatred of these people from different walks of life. We cannot deal with that anymore. We have to give them back their religion, give them back everything that they gave to us, and start our own. We need to go back to our practices that our ancestors practiced. We need to go ahead and figure out what can we do to start building. Those are the real estate agents. Those that are even down to architects. We need a network of architects, all of them, everybody together, all on one network. Because it's time for us to rise. It's time for us to rise to the occasion of becoming who we were meant to be. We need to stop. Peace and love to you two more. We need to stop hating each other, and we also got to start loving one another. And I want to also talk about how they planned all this from day one. During the time of the 60s and so on, especially when the Black Panthers were alive or were around, the real Black Panthers, they were building infrastructures to bring peace and to help us out on a journey to protect our communities. We need to start getting back into this. We need to start rebuilding our communities. We need to know how money works and to invest it and flip it, and also to bring forth generational wealth. We need to bring forth a new Black Wall Street or streets, because us as a people, as consumers, we as consumers bring in $1.3 trillion in revenue to the United States of America Corporation. We have to do everything peaceful, not forceful. We have to go ahead and learn finances. We have to learn these things. We have to go in to dig deep into the depths of our being in order to move forward on this journey to create not just jobs, but also to create a network of us to build from there. You know, I get tired of hearing about the boule stuff. I'm tired of pointing fingers at a boogeyman that don't exist, y'all. If you work on your mind, they do not exist to you. You are, listen, mind over matter. We can do so many great things, but one of the things that we're doing wrong is, oh, we gotta chase the bag. We gotta chase the bag. Don't you know if we got together right now as a people, those that really want to get together, we can establish and well, we can create then establish a network of builders, networkers, financial financial advisors, philanthropists, all of that. If we build a network correctly, and out of that network, everybody will be able to live and be able to survive and eat and so on. Every nation does this. We the only nation that don't do it because why? We don't have a nation. You don't know your damn name. You don't know who the freak you are. You don't even know your status. You don't even know your nationality. It's been robbed from you. Many people say, "Oh, you're African American," and okay, if that's the case, what part of Africa are you from? I'm gonna tell you, like I told everybody, this land is also considered Africa. This land is. This is not the last. This is not my last stream. I'm doing another one today because I got some book references, and also we're really going to start chopping it up. And I got to also get some stuff off my chest because right now where we are at as a people, we're fucked up. And I'm gonna tell you why. There's so much hate towards one another. There's so much back and forth with the so-called black man and woman. That was a part of it in the 60s and the 70s was to create the division. That's where you got feminism from, y'all. That was designed to destroy the black family. Then the drugs. Why are we not focusing on the matters at hand? Why are we not focused on making a better future for our children? Many of us felt the generation is coming and they have a lot of energy. They have a lot of fight in them. But we're so focused on the bag, we're so focusing on all the BS, all the unnecessary BS. When are we going to finally wake up and realize it's time? When are we going to wake up and realize it's time for us to step up to the plate and take responsibility? No sky daddy's going to help you or save you. We've been sitting on that shit too long. Our ancestral practices, I said this numerous times, it works. Some of us are in it. Some of us are in it for the wrong reasons. Some of us are in it for the right reasons. But those that have been called and heard the calling, you are needed now. And you ask yourself, what is the calling? The high-pitched ringing sound in your ears, both ears. Some of you have the premonitions. Some of you have visions and see things before it happened. You are the ones that's been called upon to help restore stuff in our community. What they don't tell you is that the Salem witch trials were actually so-called black women that was being burned to the stake because of the revolt that they were having against the colonizers. They don't tell you this, but I'm letting you know it's documented facts. And that also They pushed their women in front of the men during that time when they had black hair, because black hair was considered that you had melanin and so on too. We have to realize we are in times that we have to really come together to start building instead of just talking and listening to all these people talk and talk and talk. When I'm saying what we need to do is build a network that can help build a net worth. Once again, we need to build a network that can create a net worth. You say, what you mean by that? Don't you know if we start networking with one another, we start working together, we can start building and bringing a network to our communities. I don't know about you, but I would rather go ahead and invest in silver, build a community with my people that have got the call or heard the calling, and start building communities by using gold, silver, and precious metals that we invest in. And at the same time, if we have a trade, we start networking with each other and start advertising for one another and see what happens from there. Start buying out these houses, y'all. Start buying out the homes in our communities that are being bought through what they call gentrification. We need to be the owners now, not the renters. I've been sitting back contemplating on all of this. And it came to me that when I was on the other channel that I was featured on, I've been talking about this. Behind the scenes, I was trying to do this to counteract gentrification. But what happened, hatred, all the crazy stuff happened. Now I'm coming to it with the forefront again. We need to start this right now as we can, as soon as we can. Great minds have to come together. I'm willing to come together with those that want to do this, where we can invest in each other, we can move forward, and we can start helping each other build from there spiritually, mentally, and start helping each other financially, and start reading up on finances and start studying it and start going into investments. One of the biggest things that we can invest in is precious metals. That we can look into. I can teach how to read the stock market. Only thing I need to learn how to do is how to buy from it. But one of the things I think we can buy from is dealing with the precious metals. Silver is not that expensive when you invest in it. We really had to start thinking now and stop talking and start unifying on different ideas. We are all one when we come together. I'm talking about the star children that are melanated. We are the ones that got to come to the forefront. We are the ones. You know what I'm saying? Then we can talk to the quote unquote star children that are not melanated. Everybody's looking at us to lead. And you can say, oh, race don't matter, colors don't matter. It does right now. You melanated people that are considered African American, African, and so on, all eyes are on you. Or they call you indigenous, whatever. All eyes are on you. Every move you make, they're analyzing it. My idea to you and my thoughts to you, let's go ahead and give them something to talk about even more. How we were once a mighty people, now we're just in the hoods, in the ghettos. We, what they say back in the 70s, chucking and jiving and all this other shit. Dancing, always entertaining, and that's it. That's all we're known for. Many of us are great thinkers, creators, spiritualists, financial advisors, builders. We can get in a lot of us are in real estate, so on. I challenge those that are in that field that we come together as one and start building. And I know a lot of y'all that are millionaires out there, y'all get the ringing sound in your ear. Y'all been having premonitions. Y'all don't want to tell nobody. Y'all don't want to tell nobody. and you run into religion that was forced into your ancestors, a lot of you, and you know it's not the answer. So my thing to you is time to start showing how we can fight against the hatred towards us, which is what? Building this network. Start looking out for one another. Help build and pick up that brother or that sister that's down. Find out their niche. Help them. Encourage them. Inspire them. We have to start building. We have to. I don't give a damn about any of these freaking celebrities. None of that stuff. I'm gonna tell you like this: you're a celebrity in your own right. You are a star, all of you. So what is stopping us to do this? I'll tell you what it is. Ego is one of them. Jealousy, envy, scared that somebody's gonna be better than you. That's all ego. I would rather see my fellow melanated star seeds and our people rise up to the occasion to show the mighty ways again and how powerful we are as a people again. We already been prisoners of war so far. That's what we are, prisoners of war. Everything we created, the colonizers got his hands on it, even down to our music. When hip hop came around, it had high frequency and party and all that stuff into it, and it was helping you become a better person. It had you listen to the message. Now it's no message but guns, sex, money, drugs. They did that on purpose. It's the frequency, y'all. The Black Panther Party brought WIC, the free lunch in school, public schools. That's who the Black Panthers brought that to the whole country. No, but nobody don't know. They stole that from the Black Panthers. Everything we create, they steal. Don't that annoy you? Don't that pisses you off? I'm not saying to be a revolutionary. I'm talking about building a goddamn network with only us, where we can help one another out and go ahead and do what we came here to do, to fix up our communities before these other people do it. Don't you know the only reason why we're not rising to the occasion because it was made by design? Now it's time for us to flip that was made by design to start doing what we got to do by working together, by building a network. Now watch what I say. Since I'm saying this, watch is going to be a person that take this idea and then they're going to run with it, and then everybody going to look at them as being the creator of it. Just watch. I put this out here because it needs to be done. We done dealt with corruption too long, and it's time for us to go back to our pure side, the purity of ourselves. Because if we don't, we're going to be lost. We already fucking defeated. You got all these organizations, ain't none of them doing shit for us. Of course. We're at that point that everybody want to talk about it but don't want to be about it. You should not fear what has already been created ahead of time, that's already been manifested. Many of us have missions on this planet and we got to go ahead and do it and stop running from it. We get caught up with the glamour, glitz, money, gold, all this other crazy nonsense. You can't take that shit with you when you transition. I would rather build generational wealth for my family than worry about having everything. Oh, I want to have it, and I want to have it and flash it and flaunt it. That's where we fall because we're not them. We're a different kind of breed, y'all. See, they think about generational wealth. We're not as a people. We're stuck on illusions. Why be stuck on illusions when you can create and build to make things better for the future generations? where they can have a portrait of you. This is my great great grandmother or my great great grandfather. Without him or her, we would not have this today. The Rothschilds did that. The Rockefellers had pictures of their ancestors. Why can't we do that? You know why? Because we don't want to face the reality of our own dark side. So what we do, we put out there a boogeyman. And this is what we'll say: the devil made me do it. No, you made yourself do it because that was your lower self. That is your devil. You don't want to take responsibility of it. We got to stop fucking playing now. I mean, I really feel like we need to stop playing. Those that really want to do the fucking work, let's do the work. Put the fucking egos to the side. If you really want to build a network, let's go. But I'm tired of watching our people do the same fuck shit every fucking day. And it's nonsense. Meanwhile, other nations are taking money from your community and becoming wealthy off of your ass. But I do want to say, once this happens, we need to understand and understand, overstand and understand this. Once we do this, those that come on board, there's no freebies. You should not be using brothers or sisters just on a come up. You got to bring something to the table. You got to have a plan, a business plan, where we can start networking and help build up things for you. And we can't be corrupt on this, because once the finances come in, we cannot become corrupt and want to look down on people, because we cannot forget where we came. Everybody that's going to come from everybody that became wealthy came from honest times, damn near everybody. But I'm reaching out to the people that look like us for a change. It's time for us to build our network. It's time to restart and jumpstart what they call Black Wall Street. Instead of saying street, let's have streets. Let's have not even streets. Let's have land or lands. Let's have towns or cities. Enough is enough. Now, I know after saying all of this, I know that somebody's going to take this information and put it on their platform and make it something they came up with it. This need to be done, though, because I'm tired of hearing the same old talk. I don't give a damn about a celebrity. I don't give a fuck about who got with who slept with who got a baby by who performing. I don't give a blinding rat's ass, yo. I don't care. What I do care about is us rising as a fucking people. Because those people that are performing, what the fuck are they doing for you right now? What are they doing for you? Because they're going to the bank of what's left of them and smiling and not giving back to you. Now, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against celebrities or none of that. I like to watch movies too. But at the end of the day, you have bills to pay. You have dreams that you want to accomplish. What are you accomplishing by watching these people, these celebrities, who stuck with who? They have this much money in the bank, the net worth, and they on Dancing with the Stars. Who gives a rat's ass at the end of the day? Because it's not doing that for you. Meanwhile, you might be in debt. You have a trade that you want to go ahead and build on, but nobody not supporting you. That's why it's important to build a network with people that look like us for a change. And this is not no rally of yeah, we should overcome. No, it's about us really building and doing it peacefully, calm, and showing that we are forced to be reckoned with when it comes down to the finances. When it comes down to the finances, when it comes down to really building, you are the original builders of this fucking planet, of this land, all over the goddamn planet. You are the original builders. You are the original woman and man. Why the hell you can't even show how mom and dad do, man? It's time for mom and dad to step up to the fucking plate and stop fucking playing. Because honestly, it's sickening to see mom and dad, who are the creators of all the shit that's around, who are the original people, are suffering and going through the bullshit because of these daggone colonizers and also what they had brought in our communities. Our children need role models. Our children need to see people that are successful that look like us. Our young men need to see men wearing business attire that are making a name for themselves on this planet. Hmm? No, 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 no. So that's where are at right now, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to let y'all know we got work to do. I'm not going to be on here long. I want to say thank you, Brother Joseph, for watching, but I really want to put this out there. We have to really start building a network. That's how we can fight against the hate towards us. That can also formulate us to put money to the side to go into these spiritual practices, y'all. To go back to our ancestral practices because it costs money. I'm not going to lie to you. Because there's things I want to talk about, but I can't talk about on YouTube on what I want to do with this network. And it's great things. It's all positive. It's nothing negative. You know what I'm saying? It's all positive because we need that. We need an outlet. We need our own land where we can have an outlet where we can start going into learning more about who we are. But before we do that, we also got to deal with people that are in our community that have mental um, illnesses too before they even come on board. We really need to start screening and get things done because it's that time. And I just want to put that out there. So on that note, I just want to say what I had to say for 28 minutes. I don't want to feel like I was ranting, but I just want to put the ideas and some planning out there. And I want to say to you all, thank you for watching. Let's get down to business. If you need to email me, please email me at brandonforte48@gmail.com. My bad. So, like I said, my email address is B as in Bob, R as in Randy, A as in Apple, N as in Nancy, D as in Donald, O as in Orange, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, O as in Orange, R as in Randy, T as in Thomas, E as in Eden, 48 at gmail.com. If we really want to build and get things started, we can come together and figure out how we can collaborate and get things moving. On that note, I want to say peace, love, light, supreme balance of the universe. And also thanks to all of the ancestral spirits, thanks to the Great Mother. And also I want to give thanks to all the ancestors physically that came before us that make the sacrifices and also that it had transitioned and are protecting us till this day. Ashe.